It's just you and me after hours at Home GymCon. It's about 11 o'clock at night. We've got the whole place to ourselves, and I've got something really cool to show you. Hey everybody, it's Tim from GymCrafter.com, back at you with another After Hours at Home GymCon video, where I've got kind of a surprising thing that I'm going to show you. This wasn't something I was planning on looking at the show. It wasn't something that I was all that interested in, but it's one of those things when you end up seeing it in person, it just opens up a whole world of possibilities, especially for garage gym owners like you. And that is the Fringe Sport Midas open trap bar. I'm going to show you a couple of things that surprised me about this, but I want to start by why it surprised me. First of all, as you guys know if you followed the site, I train with and use the Rep Fitness rackable open trap bar, and that thing is a beast. It's a great bar. I love using it. The problem is, especially for garage gym owners, is that it is huge.
That's what she said.
I'm constantly tripping over it. I don't have a good place to store it. It's just gigantic. So for a lot of garage gym owners, that's not going to be something that they can do. And the problem with looking at products online is that oftentimes you look at a picture and you can't gauge the size of something. And that rep bar is one of them. And the same is true of this Midas bar. So I'm standing next to it so that you guys can kind of see, and we'll get some close-ups when I get down low, but this is an ideal size for a garage gym. It's an open trap bar, so you can do things like carries, lunges. It's got a really cool knurling right here, so you can do suitcase carries. So walking with that, it opens up some more possibilities. That's something you can't do with the rep bar because the bar itself is so big. I mean, I guess you could if you've got the best grip in the world, but if you want to walk very far with that bar, not only is it too big and cumbersome, the bar itself won't fit in your hand. So Fringe has actually put some nice medium aggressive knurling right here on the handle specifically for that. Let me pull you in closer and we'll take a closer look at this bar and everything that it has, because like I said, I think it's an ideal choice for an open trap bar for a garage gym owner. All right, so let's take a closer look at this really cool bar. First of all, like I mentioned, right up top, you've got the knurling on the handle. It's well applied. It is a powder coat finish, well applied. The welds are solid. Fringe Sport's out of Texas. I met the owner today, really good guy, and I can tell you that these guys are one of the companies where they train constantly. These guys use their own gear, and this is a great example of what's come out of that. Now, as you look at this, it's got the built-in jack, as you can see. So one of the big pains about traditional trap bars is loading them. You've got to lay them flat on the ground, pick one end up, slide a weight on, and if you're lifting any kind of decent weight at all, that becomes a pain really fast. With the built-in jack, boom, you're ready to lift. You want to change the weights? Boom. It's a very stable jack. Another cool thing is that a lot of the open trap bars with the built-in jack, when you take one weight off, the bar flips up on its side. Whereas this one, you notice it tipped up a little bit, but the thing's not going to go flying. So I really like that about this bar. It's got the ability to have high or low handles based on how you tip it. So it's got some versatility. If I tip it over this way, I've got a high handle. So if you don't have the mobility to get down low and you're working towards that, you can start with the higher handles, and it really works well for somebody tall like myself. I trained on a high handled bar for quite a long time before I was able to actually get down with a good enough posture and form to grab the low handles. When you're ready to do the low handles, boom, you got a low handle. Now you've got the same nice knurling on both of these handles as you do up here. Now, one little nitpick I have about this bar, and this is where the rep bar is a little bit better, is the balance could be better on this. So what I mean by this is watch when I let go. It tips. So there's no real way to get it to stay perfectly flat. Now, it's not a huge deal, but when you're setting up for a heavy trap bar deadlift, you don't want to have to reach down and then tilt these handles if you can help it. So that's one little nitpick. It's not a game changer. Another little nitpick, and it's the price you pay for the size. With the Rep trap bar, I can actually do a pretty wide stance sumo lift, or at least get kind of a hybrid stance. I've got long legs and that helps me. With this, you can get about shoulder length. So let me show you here. So my feet are about shoulder length apart right now, and I've got just a little bit of room between the handles. So if you like to get a little bit of a wider stance, this won't be the bar for you. You can notice here when this tips forward, it doesn't hit my legs. It's not distracting. It's just tilting the handles. So when you reach down to grab it, you've got to do that, and then you can come up with it. But overall, this really is the perfect size open trap bar. And the nice thing is this thing costs a good amount less than the rep bar does, or a lot of the open trap bars on the market. So really well done. The last thing I'll point out is the finish. Black finish, this is in their Midas line. So you've got a titanium oxide, I believe, coating. It's a gold color. If you've ever looked at high-end tools that are gold, they're coated in this titanium oxide. Titanium oxide or titanium dioxide, I apologize. It's been a long day. I was up at 4:30 this morning. It's now 11+ o'clock at night. I'm not sure what kind of titanium, but it is a titanium coating. It's a nice, durable, nice looking coating. And then, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of end caps, and these Midas bars have some of the coolest end caps down here around. So if you are looking for an open trap bar for your garage gym, you're tight on space, you like the versatility of being able to do the suitcase carries, and if you don't do suitcase carries, you are missing out. This is one of the best core strengthening exercises you can do, and this really makes it easy. A lot of times people would have to buy these farmer's walk handles to hook into plates to do that, or they're doing it with a dumbbell that's wide and kind of bumps around. With this, it's just the bar. It's so easy to do a suitcase carry with this. Nothing gets in the way. It's one of my favorite things about this bar. So like I said, I wasn't planning on showing this at the show. I wasn't looking for any of the Midas products, but when I saw this and I saw the size, I knew I had to share it with you guys. So if you're interested, we'll put a link below. Check it out. Fringe Sport makes some great stuff. I'm gonna do a little bit of a talk on these plates. I think these are some of the best bumper plates on the market too. These are their Savage plates. So stay tuned. I'm gonna shoot a video on that next. And if you like this content, you like the fact that I stayed up this late to bring you some stuff that nobody else is bringing you, please like, subscribe, follow, share, all that kind of good stuff. You can't imagine how much of a difference that makes. And it allows me to drive 5.5 hours just to bring you content like this, because I know a lot of you guys couldn't make it, maybe didn't know about it, and to show you why you might want to come next year. So until the next video, I'm Tim with GymCrafter.